So I was reading this book from a journalist named Carmen Gallo. The book was about presentations, and he mentioned Steve Jobs in the book. He actually mentioned a video in which Steve Jobs was about to be interviewed. It's from the 1970s, his very first national TV interview. And he said that Steve Jobs was so nervous that he kept asking where the bathroom was, because he was about to throw up. And I'm thinking, Steve Jobs? Really? The man with amazing presentations, the man with launchings of products like iPods, iPads, iPhones, I mean, you name it. And his commencement speech at Stanford, it is one of my favorite motivational pieces, and I know it is not the case just for me. So I got curious, right? I got curious and I decided to go check it out. I went on YouTube and I found it, and I watched it. It was crazy. It was crazy. Because he wasn't just having the butterflies in his stomach. He was literally scared. He was like agitated. You could feel the tension in the room. He kept doing this with his hair like non-stop. He could not stand still. And he was sweating like crazy. It literally seemed like he was about to throw up in front of the camera. It was just crazy to see Steve Jobs like that. Because when we think about Steve Jobs, we think about a genius, right? An innate genius. Like, I mean, he was born that way. But then it hit me right after that. Steve Jobs didn't stop give interviews or being on air because he was scared or nervous, right? So that tension was actually telling him the right way to go. After all, he became one of the best public speakers in the whole world. So I was reflecting on this. I was reflecting on Steve Jobs, on his journey, on self-development, even on public speaking. And I realized something. Of course, a lot of us are not going to be the next Steve Jobs. And that's okay, I mean, that's natural. Every one of us has a different, unique journey. But an amazing principle came up. A principle that can drive us to or away from success. And the principle is this. The scariest moments are the ones with potential to become the best memories. Think about it. The scariest moments are the ones with potential to become the best memories. And what is that all about? Well, we tend to understand the moment as scary. And I mean, scary. When we feel the butterflies, right? We feel the tension. Sometimes we cannot sleep because of it. We keep thinking about the moment. We keep thinking about the consequences of that moment not going in the way that we want it to go. But we are missing out. We are missing out. The butterflies in our stomachs are actually telling us that we are about to do something important to us and to our futures. The butterflies in our stomachs are not telling us that we are not ready, that we are not good enough, or that we should be doing something else. They are telling us that we are about to experience growth. They are telling us that we are getting out of our comfort zone. And you know it, I know it, we all know it. No development can happen in the comfort zone. We already know how to act within those boundaries. Just think of this. Have you ever talked or heard of a player, regardless of the sport, that was about to play a playoff game and did not feel anxious or nervous? Or have you talked or seen a professional that was about to give a big presentation or a TED Talk, but did not feel anxious or nervous? Or have you talked to a married couple and the married couple did not feel anxious or nervous in the day of the wedding? And many of those moments became their best memories. So the point here is this. We should stop avoiding the butterflies in our stomachs because they're actually telling us the right way to go. The butterflies in our stomachs should be something to be pursued and not something to be avoided. Because if we're feeling that way, it is because we are about to do something that matters. If something matters, it is because there is a purpose behind it. And isn't that why we are here? To do something, to live for something that matters. For a purpose, something bigger than us. When I was in Brazil about to come to Carson University, this private liberal arts school in Tennessee, I had no idea what I was doing. I was constantly feeling the butterflies in my stomach. I was nervous. I was thinking, I already lived in Europe, in many cities in Brazil, and even in the US. Should I start from zero again? I never even heard of Tennessee. I haven't even heard of soccer in Tennessee. Should I leave my soccer career in Brazil? But I'll tell you one thing. Just from that experience alone, I got an amazing wife, 2 degrees, and unbelievable friends for my whole life. So I guess that was the right path for me, right? So I'll leave you with this today. Tomorrow, when you are thinking about tomorrow's interview, or tomorrow's game, tomorrow's match, tomorrow's test, or even tomorrow's date, and you're feeling the butterflies in your stomach, don't think they are telling you you're not ready. Don't try to cancel anything or avoid anything. Remember this: the scariest moments are the ones with potential to become the best moments.